Hello everyone, welcome back to more Sonic Heroes. So we're going on to Rail Canyon. And this was the stage that was brought back for Sonic X Shadow Generations. Oh! I like how Tails just goes, oh! So something funny, is that I kind of need to check my audio levels. Okay, yeah, good, we're good. Something funny is that I remember, I've played this a lot before, and for a very long time, like a very, very, very long time, I had no idea that you could hold down the button. I would always just mash it. And that really came to a close when one of the final stages, actually I think it is the final stage, yeah, the final stage, requires you to hold it down. So I kept dying going, what the heck? What the heck's going on? Why is it, why do I keep dying? Well, it turns out you have to hold it down. You go way faster when you hold it down. Now, if you look at the top right, whenever I'm grinding, if you look at the top right, you see the B button there. And it's constantly going dot 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 dot. That's why I thought you needed to mash it. Because in every single game that I've played, if it has like a button that's going like that over and over and over and over again, your instinct is to go, oh, I need to mash this. So, kind of understandable why I'd think you need to mash it. But no, you can just hold it down. Way easier, and you go way faster when you hold it down. Like that, for example, I was going too fast. Yeah, I got to the arrow pointed right, or pointing left, way before you're actually supposed to get there. So I ended up going too fast, and I got killed because of it. But yeah, this stage is alright. Not the stage that I would pick to be brought back. Personally, I would pick the next stage, Frog Forest. That would be my personal pick for a stage to be brought back, but this is more in line with Shadow. This is more of a Shadow-y stage than Frog Forest, so I guess it makes sense. Oh god. Almost didn't make it there. But yeah, this stage is kind of neat, but definitely not one of my favorites. I really like the stage coming up a lot more. But like, especially the boss in this stage is not that great. Kind of annoying to deal with. But still, still a fun stage overall. See, and okay, there you go. Pulling out all the tricks. I think he says that like 4 times during this stage. Good old Tails. I really don't know. I haven't really looked up, but like, it is strange who they got for this game. Because they got a voice for Tails that I think is never used again. I think they only got him for this game. He or she. I don't know who it is. Okay. There you go. Yeah, I think they only got him for this game. Sorry. So it is kind of strange, but he's the highest pitch voice Tails we've ever had. Oop, I'm dead. In Sonic Adventure 1, we got the lowest pitched voice Tails, and then Sonic Adventure 2 was more normal. So okay, all right, sure, I'll just light up then. And then Sonic Adventure 2 was like a normal Tails. And then this is like the highest pitch voice Tails we ever got. Okay. Oh, no, no, and I'm dead. What? Nope, I'm not dead. Hooray, I'm not dead. Yeah, this stage can be kind of annoying at parts. There's some parts of the stage that aren't particularly the most fun to deal with, but you know, what you gonna do? Like I said, the next level is a lot better than this. I never really was the biggest fan of Rail Canyon. Ooh, can I go on top? Yep. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. you're actually supposed. There's some rails to the right and left that you're supposed to go on. You're not really supposed to be on top. And I'm probably gonna get an E rank on that. C. Okay. But that's it for Rail Canyon Act 1. Or I guess, no, wait, each act is separately named. So this is Bullet Station. There you go. Destroy Eggman's base. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Tails? It's getting creepy around here. No, I'm trying to get that guy. There we go. There you go. And then... oh, that sucks. That sucks even more. That sucks even more. Okay. It's like the perfect storm of three unfortunate things happening back to back. Oh, oh, okay. Okay, whew. Thought the exact same thing was gonna happen again. Let's see. Let's just have Knuckles handle these guys. There you go. There you go. But yeah, so like I said, we're not the best stage in the game, but we're close to finishing it. This level isn't too bad. Great. Okay. I say that as literally a cannonball from absolute nowhere comes in and demolishes me. I think it's both pointing to the right. Is where you're supposed to be going? Yeah. But, I mean, I am going a little bit faster than normal, if you notice. So in this one, you can use Tails and get them individually, but if you wanted to, you can go like that. Oh boy. Yeah, swap the Tails for that. There you go. Lots of switches in this zone. Not as much as Not as much as the Haunted Mansion level that'll come up sooner or later. Okay, I just realized I really like Knuckles' running animation in this. It's the best out of the three. It just now occurred to me that Knuckles' running animation is really cool.
Which way is the cannon facing? Hey! All right. Level up.
Level up!
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
All right.
All right. All right.
Hey, there we go. Got all four.
All right.
And I got those two. Sweet.
That's what I call a flight.
I think my heart stopped. Come on, go a little bit faster. You're going too slow. There you go.
What was that going up there?
I forgot I probably should have just kept it held down. You can't actually destroy these things. I think there's a lot of people that don't know you can in this game. I mean, it does literally nothing, but, you know, it's just a weird tidbit.
Yes, we are.
I think there's like one moment in the game where it's actually useful to destroy them, but most times, you know, most times it's kind of pointless. And then I believe this is the last train you have to destroy. Can I? You know what? I never realized. Can I do Sonic? No. Okay, it has to be Knuckles. You know, because technically that is an attack. That can't hurt enemies. So. Oh, gotta wait for Tails. There you go. Okay, this one is kind of challenging because you have to watch out for lasers. And the lasers are literally just come out of nowhere, like right there. And they're kind of hard to dodge. Corey from Oni Plays had a very tough time with this boss. Or with this part of the stage. I remember. But you can... You can, hold down to make it go a little bit slower, and that's what I was doing there. It makes that section much easier. Whoa, okay. Shoo. Oh, I want to get the checkpoint. There you go. And then is there one? There's one right here.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
See, I finally get to use Tails. There he is.
Let's go.
If only Tails was playable in more games, like 3D Tails. And I believe this is the end of the stage.
Must be Eggman.
Yeah.
He's straight ahead of us. All right, here we go.
So that section with the lasers was kind of just the difficult part of the stage. And there we go. Alright, so the boss coming up is a very annoying one. Out of the three... Is it 3 bosses in the game? Yeah, out of the 3 bosses in the game, it is the most annoying, in my opinion. You know, the first boss was Baby Easy. The third boss I like. I like a lot of stuff about the third boss, the final boss. This boss is just annoying.
Sonic, look!
That thing's loaded with Eggman's weapons. Eggman!
And it's mainly because of what you're supposed to do. So, the most obvious course of action, and it's what a lot of people do whenever they play this game, is to just use Sonic and go like this. Okay. Not like that. There you go. Is to just use Sonic and just rapid fire the A button. And that does work for the most part. You know, the only problem is the game may spit you out in midair. Where am I? Game? Okay, I'm on top of a rail, so that's where the game decided to spit me out. I'm on top of a rail and the camera was faced the wrong way. But yeah, I mean, you can... I think you can use tails. Am I gonna fall on the... Where am I? Okay. You know, you can... I think you can use tails to attack the ship. I have done that before, but tails does barely any damage, so there's no point. Okay, alright, there we go. It's not a hard boss, but if you really don't know what to do and you try and use Tails, literally Sonic is the only character that can really do damage to the boss. Tails does barely anything. You can level him up to 3 ways and you do a little bit of damage, but it's not a lot. So you're just constantly mashing the A button, and while it didn't happen this time, I have had many scenarios where once you get to the next phase, the game will just either spit you out falling or spit you out on a rail and you'll have no idea, you know, what you're doing. So it can be a really annoying boss fight. Luckily it wasn't actually too bad here.
Sonic!
It's
Not a dang mad robot. I love it because it implies Tails kind of knows what's happening, but he never does anything about it. They never mention that again. So it's like, okay. Alright, the next episode will be this awesome stage, so see you then.